Today, I'm exploring an abandoned mansion in rural Tennessee with a scandalous backstory. This 7,000 square foot mansion is the former home of a local politician and a wealthy real estate broker. Where this place was once a symbol of grandeur and wealth, it has since devolved into a sad example of conspicuous consumption. This massive 5-bedroom mansion is filled with plenty of examples of over-the-top luxury, like the spiral staircases, neoclassical architecture, and a blue iridescent ceiling in the master bedroom. The extravagant home was originally built in the early 2000s by a well-liked local couple, but a nasty divorce in 2014 became the ultimate catalyst for the home's demise. A year after the settlement of the divorce, in which the wife was granted ownership of the estate, her ex-husband suddenly died. When she ran for political office soon after, over $500,000 worth of back taxes owed on the house came to light. Although the owner claimed this debt was accrued by her late ex-husband and that she had no prior knowledge of it, she was forced to file bankruptcy and the home fell into foreclosure. Since its abandonment in 2016, the home has been the subject of years-long legal issues. While this mansion is caught up in courts, it's slowly wasting away and becoming a target of human vandalism. Let's go on a tour today and immerse ourselves inside this splendid place. Wow, I cannot believe my surroundings right now. Welcome back everybody on a brand new video. We just made our way to the state of Tennessee and today I have a magnificent property to show you. Worth $3.2 million. This place was built in 2003 to eventually become abandoned, bizarrely enough, in 2015, just 12 years later. The story behind this place is extremely captivating. I cannot wait to guide you through and make a documentary here. So yeah, let's go to this very beautiful property that really attracts me right now to get closer and closer. But I just wanted to share this side with you and it's time to explore. Let's go for it. It's unbelievable to imagine that a $3.2 million property just gets abandoned 12 years later. Now, I haven't told you the story yet about this place, and the story is actually pretty shocking. Eventually, it was a woman living here with her husband. They had 2 children, and the woman was actually running to become mayor of this region. Now, eventually, her husband passed, and she blamed that he accumulated a lot of money in taxes, like a tax debt. Now, it turned out to be that the tax evasion was done by her. So eventually, the government found out she could completely forget about her career as a mayor, of course, but also she had to leave this property. It went foreclosure. The property became abandoned ever since, and it has just been sitting there now for 6 years. A gorgeous property with even a guest house over there and a huge ranch where the horses would run around. It's just a very surreal sight. Now, the mansion is right over there in front of us. That's where we're gonna go to later. Let's firstly explore a little bit of the outbuildings together, and let's see what's left behind there. First of all, I can really not believe the size of this entire property. It's not only the mansion right over there, and then the horse ranch and all the sheds for the horses right over here. But I mean, this entire field is from this property, only this sole property. It's acres and acres in size, absolutely mind-boggling. But anyway, first of all, we're gonna explore this first outbuilding over here. This was definitely the place where they would hold all their horses. Unbelievable. Let's see, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cages where they could actually put their horses in. We even still got some cleaning products over here. What a waste of money. People only lived there for 12 years. Such a big tax scandal that happened there. Oh dang. Look at this, guys. There's even still furniture over here in this outbuilding. We still got sofas and everything standing here. They used to have a little kitchen over here. Some fake garlic. So I think apart from being the barn where they kept their horses, this was also a little guest house. There's so much mess over here. People were definitely looking for valuables at some point. This definitely used to be a bedroom one day. Now only the sleeping bag and a part of the headboard is left behind. And this painting, and guess what it's about? About a horse. I think over here they had a part where they could do all their laundry and stuff. Also a little bathroom. Well, a little bathroom. For European terms, it's actually pretty spacious. Still got all their grooming products and stuff standing here. And then look over here at the front entrance of the guest house. Really inviting. Let's see what the front looks like. It's actually such a funny building. The shape of its construction, like the facade, is so unusual. It is symmetric, but the shape looks so irregular. There's a few more outbuildings over there I want to check out. It also looks to me like the building has another floor. I'm not sure, but it looks like. Let's see if I missed out anything over here. Got a little room over here. They were hanging and storing something here, but I don't know what it was exactly, but it definitely had to do something with the horses. Now, I'm not really an expert in the field of horse riding, so if anybody knows that, just feel free to leave it down in the comment section, because I've never seen those before. Alright, time to explore that other outbuilding over there. During these videos I always want to build up the tension a little bit. Of course, the mansion is the main center of the beauty of this place, but I firstly just want to start slowly, show you the outbuildings and a little bit of the other features of this area before we are really going to the real deal. It's starting to rain a little bit, so yeah, let's hurry a little bit up with exploring the outside parts. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, dang, a lot of other stuff. Mostly for gardening. And of course, maintaining the horses. Taking care for them. What's this bag saying? Country music. 𝗦𝘁cie𝗿𝘆𝗶 champion. I think the past owners were fans of country music in that case. Well, we just got some hay in here. I guess they also kept the horse and hares, so then they could hold up to 6 horses. That's a lot if you ask me, especially if it's just for recreational purposes. But maybe they were also involved in horse sports. I really can't tell. Maybe we'll find out more about the past owners as we explore the mansion. And that's where we're going to right now. So we're making our way to the mansion. It's always so surreal to imagine this place was once bursting with life and activity. Children were probably riding on the horses here, having a lot of fun. And right now is only the sound of the crickets in the background, the sound of silence, serenity. Whereas civilization outside of this property is just continuing. We got a lot of traffic driving around in the streets. Wow, what a property. I cannot even believe that they had 4 garages only to store their cars. Oh my gosh. These people were wealthy at some point, but eventually that's also where it all went wrong. Evading taxes. And then they got in trouble. And the woman very poorly actually blamed her husband that passed away for it. That's such a shame. So look at this. We're going through these gates, entering the magical world of this incredible place. Oh my gosh. Now if you mention a millionaire's mansion, this is what I'm thinking about. A huge private pool in their backyard. The massive columns over there, the back of the property. And meanwhile, all the vegetation that is slowly taking over. What a surreal sight. And what a majestic property. Unbelievable. The pool right now, just filled with green water. And there are even plants growing in the pool as well. There's even graffiti over here. I don't fully trust this. Wow. Right over there it looks like they had an area where they kept birds or something. Or maybe even some rabbits. There is another gate over there. What a place. It's sad to see that some people have tagged it up a little bit and didn't respect this property very well. There is also a window smashed right over there. The people that once lived there were probably so wealthy that they just had their own pool bar over here. And people just working for them over there. I don't know if I can lift this up. As you can see, just their private pool bar. Over here was the toilet area of the pool. Can't believe just the summers that went on here. There's another door over here. That's probably gonna lead us to the garage. Let's check it out. The door is almost broken. I cannot even fit through it with my bag. All right, let's do my bag off. Let's see what's in there. All right. These must have been the garages, yeah. Dang. Shows a huge space over here. There are no cars left behind of them. There is loads of stuff though from the people that once lived there. Mostly some things for maintenance of the property. Oh, what's this over here? Looks like it was once an old picture. Maybe one of their ancestry. I can't really tell anymore as it's so damaged. Oh, picture of Santa over here. At the moment of exploring this place, it's actually almost Christmas time, guys. And we've been told that an explorer came here recently to this place and actually decorated the entire mansion with Christmas decoration. So I'm also really excited to see that. Now on the ground over here, we have a newspaper from 2000, the Dallas Morning News. All right. Some Crocs standing here. A mattress. Oh, look. This drawing even could have been from one of their children, possibly. Got some books standing here as well on the shelves. Wow. These doors are probably leading to the mansion. Secured with a code and another lock. And they were still tightly locked as the day of today. Can also not open up this. This is leading to the pool bar area. So what do we have over here? Guess just some old files. A lot of numbers. They were definitely running a business, I think. Maybe the husband. The woman was a politician, like I told you. Trying to run to become the mayor of this area, this region. What a story, guys. I still can't believe it. Oh, look at this. Wow. Got a lot of old pictures over here. With all the horses. They were also keeping cows, as you can see. Wow. We even got some more pictures over here. This could have been a family picture. People in this picture all look so happy. So happy that it makes me happy as well. What's this over here? America. One nation under God. People were also definitely religious in that case. Like actually many people are in this area. Look at those beautiful vases. I guess they were once standing in the garden. They got some really beautiful stone carvings. Actually a lot to find in a simple garage. I was really not expecting it. That's always why I like to go into detail, as you find out so much more of a place. Look at this huge television. Can't believe the valuable items that are still left. I guess all those doors would once open up automatically, just with a remote control. On it, it's saying a date last checked on 2013. So that's 2 years before the place got abandoned eternally. Okay, so it's time to squeeze ourselves between this door again and make our way back to the outside. Now we've explored that pool bar as much as we could. We explored the garage. We explored this magnificent pool area, the outbuildings. Right now it's time for the real deal. Exploring this majestic mansion with the huge columns. Look at the beautiful tiles as well. The property has been degrading pretty quickly for only 6 years. For a $3.2 million property. Such a shame. Wow. Pure majesty. Look at this. Look at this beautiful round ornate plates and the stone carved lion. It's been a while since I've seen such a surreal millionaire's mansion. I believe the last one was actually in Italy. Alright, I think it's about time. I built up the tension long enough. Let's go inside right now and explore this incredible property. So the way into this place is pretty easy. A lot of broken glass over here. Guys, have a look at this. Even inside there are plenty of columns. Incredibly interesting building style. Oh my gosh! Look at this! Wow! This is unbelievable. That's all marble over there. All constructed out of marble. And the way, the staircase and everything, the balcony, the banisters. Oh my freaking gosh. This is what I was talking about. It's actually so nicely done. Explorers have set this up. Put a Christmas tree over here. That's gonna make some incredible photos as well after this video. Even a huge Santa. I'm wondering if this was already standing inside the property or that they actually all took this with them. Anyway, shout out to the explorers who have done this. I don't know your names, but I like it, guys. A very cool gesture. There is even a box still over here, so it was probably still standing here. Maybe in their shadow, their garage. My gosh. I cannot stop looking at it from different perspectives. I think I've even never seen such a grand room like this before. We're really in a multi-million-dollar mansion right now. Walking underneath the columns. My gosh. First of all, this was once the main entrance. The beautiful glass windows, sadly enough, they're also smashed. And if I turn around, look around me. Beautiful natural sunlight falling through the roof window over there. And then this incredibly majestic stairway. Wow. Let's take some time to appreciate the main entrance before we continue. If I can open this up at least. I can. Just imagine already how long this driveway is to the place. Over there in the streets, many cars are passing, so I don't want to expose myself too long in here, but somehow I'm also feel that nobody's really gonna notice me right here. Oh my. Wow. I love the symmetry of this building. It's amazing. This really shows you that money cannot buy everything. These people were once living the glory of their life. Right now, all their glory is just faded and going to waste there. It's not worth anything anymore. Still so surreal. Also look at the doorknobs and everything. Got the peeling paint over here, the main door. Oh my gosh. The banisters over here even have a golden foliage. Even right down beneath here, there is golden foliage on the ceiling. No freaking way. I believe this place got stripped out a little bit, as I definitely expect that there was also once an opulent and majestic chandelier hanging right here. Just looking at all the carvings of this marble structure over here. There are also still lots of CDs here. The Rolling Stones. Also some 90s songs over there. There probably used to be a huge television in this room as well at some point where they could watch movies with the family. And as you can tell over here, by the way, one of the columns is absent. That's this one over here, because it has just broken. I don't know if that's done by vandals. I do think so, because columns like this are definitely built to last and not to degrade that quickly. You can also see a part of the heating system over here. For such a huge and spacious place, it was probably very difficult to keep it warm, especially during winter times, as it can get pretty cold over here. Now let's see what's behind this door. Oh, just a little storage part. Even over there is gold foliage. Oh my gosh. What is this over here, guys? No freaking way. I don't know if you noticed this on camera, but look to the ceiling. Oh my gosh, I've never seen this in my life. The ceiling is iridescent, like a rainbow color and pattern. What the heck? I guess this was definitely the master bedroom of the place. Over here somebody has written rich cunts. People do definitely not like and are envying people that have a lot of money. That's why they probably wrote it down, but this is just marvelous. I love it just because it's so unique. I've been to so many abandoned mansions in my life, yet never have I seen this before. And a huge bed over here. Over here they even have silver foliage around those carved angels on the sides, the huge headboard of the bed built in the wall. I'm not gonna say that this is particularly my style. I would never take this for my own home, but to encounter something like this in a building is beyond belief. And I just cannot stop staring to the ceiling. Wow. That's so special. Just to imagine during summertime when the natural beams of sunlight would fall through the huge windows over here, it would probably light and color up even more. What a room. Let's see what the bathroom looks like that's attached to this one. What? That's insane. Even the bathtub has columns. Oh, there is a huge walk-in closet over there as well. No freaking way. This is also iridescent with rainbow colors and everything. Thanks to this hobby, you get to discover the most extravagant mansions and residential places in this world. That's also partly why I love it so much to do this. And I'm really happy that you enjoy seeing it all. And I get the chance to share all those incredible adventures with you around the world. There also used to be an expensive watch at some point when it was left abandoned. Look at the shape of the sink over here. Well, these drawers are all just still filled. All their caring products and stuff. They really had to leave because of the huge debt in Texas. Now, I thought that was the only walk-in wardrobe over there, but it's not. There is another one right over here. And all their clothes are just left. You can tell that the woman was forced to leave this property and never allowed to come back. The debt in Texas was more than $500,000. That is a really big amount of money. Eventually the property was just set for closure and it was left like this. With all their clothes, personal items and valuables. Look at this, this is even a huge dress. Oh my freaking gosh, it is. A huge dress, like a princess dress. It's so big. Even still shiny on the sides. All decoration on it. Now, that was not the only walk-in wardrobe, as I said. As we got another one over here. Oh my freaking gosh. There are so many clothes. But apart from that, over here are all the pumps from the lady. And most of them, they still are pristinely standing on these shelves. Incredible. I've never seen something like that in any abandoned mansion or place in my life. And this is by far one of the biggest walk-in wardrobes I've seen throughout my career. So let's see if we got a name over here. We got the name Tina. Not sure if it was Tina living here or Tina. It's funny because over here is even also saying tax year 2013. That's probably the year when the trouble started coming a little bit. She kept on blaming her husband that he accumulated all the tax debt. Eventually she was actually exposed and they found out it was her. There's even still like more expensive brands as well. Like, I mean, this is a solid brand, Tommy Hilfiger. There are some really neat clothes in between it. I think especially in a country like America, they should be donated to the poor instead of just leaving to waste in a building like this. Class of 1947, the 50th reunion in 1997. That's neat. Even over here embroidered on the sweater, you can see a horse. You can tell their passion for horse riding. What a place. Even right above here you could store some more clothes, shoes, whatever they wanted to store. This is by far one of the most extravagant and majestic bathrooms I've ever seen. You can look at this huge shower over here. Wow. I was really not expecting to find something like this in this place. But anyway, let's keep moving and let's explore the rest of the down level. Okay, so going back to the corridor where I just came from. And we got another little room over here. Also a toilet area. The toilet is grass inside, I'm not even gonna show it. Got another sink for some reason over here. Like that huge bathroom that we just saw right over there was not enough. That's somehow strange to me. Probably there once used to be a bust or a vase standing here. You can also still see the light spot over there, so there was definitely standing some here, like a symbol of wealth or something. Ah, right here we got another bedroom. Dang, this one is in a little bit worse condition and shape as the other one. But you can still tell that at some point they used to have those very beautiful curtains like you often see them in the European palaces, like Italy and Spain. Over here they still got the certificate of the veterinary inspection for their horses. And right over here we got a certificate of registration also for the American Horse Association. So that was for the horses, signed in 1990. What's this even? I think this was for working out or something. I can't really tell though. Wow. Got a beautiful leather seat over here. Everything's smashed up a little bit here. The rest of the other room that we just saw was so clean compared to this one. Wondering what used to be inside here. There was probably a lot of jewelry left, but that sadly all got stolen. Alright, let's go back now to the main part of the house. Oh, but before we do, we actually got one other bathroom over here. This one is a little bit less majestic than the other one, but still a very beautiful bathroom. Over here we got a slightly more little walk-in wardrobe. There are also not that many clothes left anymore. What I do find strange is, over here, got a sign with "We love our customers." Like they were having a business in something. Maybe with their horses and their ranch. Dry cleaning. Or maybe this was just for taking their clothes to a laundry service or something. The boiler standing over there in the corner. Guess that's it for this part. So we're going back to the main hall, the main living room of this multi-million-dollar retreat of those people. We haven't explored that side of the building yet. There is a lot of mass laying here, scattered around. So many books. Oh, there is another huge room over here. Trying to figure out what it was once used for. I think this was more of a relaxation or chill area where they could have some beverages, where they could read a book. It looks a little bit like a shady bar area or something to me. Look at this. Got an old picture. This gotta be the woman that was trying to run for mayor, and right next to it is her daughter. Cowboys and Indians. Also still so many bottles of water. And they've actually been expired in 2014. It's a little bit strange if the place was left abandoned in 2015, as most water has a pretty long expiry date. And over here they definitely had a lot of bottles of alcoholic beverages, wines, whiskeys, and everything standing inside. This idea is actually inspired by the Portuguese people, as they often do this. And over there you would have all the light spots, and all the drinks and fancy glasses and glassware would stand there. What a waste to see this property over here just neglecting. Even the ceiling over here is an entire golden foliage. It's unbelievable. And there is even another level right above us. And the next area that awaits us in this truly magnificent mansion is the huge island kitchen over here. Have a look at this. I actually love the window over there because there is so much beautiful natural light falling through. We even got the iridescent ceiling over here with the rainbow colors. It's so cool, like, look how the reflection is changing as I'm moving my camera around. It's so fascinating to see. Even over here we have some ornate details on the island in the center of this kitchen. I believe that those are even, wow, this is some mosaic. And then over here we got some marble. That's truly beautiful, really built to last. Absolutely amazing. I've almost never seen the mosaic tiles like this on a kitchen table. We still got the electric furnace plate over here. And just all their stuff from the kitchen. Their kitchen tools. They probably also love to bake. Even some spices and vinegar over there. And it's still inside, like, you can see all the pepper inside of this one. Oh, that set over there is even completely pristine. The porcelain set over here. Almost still looks entirely complete. This is some coffee cream or liquor. Some frames, but there are no pictures inside. And the shelves are not completely empty either. There's still stuff left behind. But you can tell that this is all very modern. Way more modern than we normally find in the abandoned buildings we visit. And that's in general because the buildings in Europe are most often a lot older than the places that we find here. Those are even fake beers. They're richly decorated with glitters. Even over here in the walls, they got the mosaic tiles coming back in its design. Really beautiful. Wondering if the water is still connected, but it's definitely turned off. In contrast with what we often find in Europe. There we still got all the cleaning products standing right underneath the sink. I'm wondering if the cutlery and all this stuff is also left behind. There is something, but in general they seem mostly empty. And by the way, drawers have never opened that smoothly before in an abandoned place. You can tell that those things are very modern. There's still some things left there, but not a lot. Yeah, well, I think you all get the point. So we actually have multiple ways to go to the upstairs level, but there are still a few rooms that I want to point out. This looks like another kind of side kitchen maybe. Also definitely some storage for maintenance again of the property. Maybe also a little bit for gardening. All the power switches over here. What's this over here? Oh, it's the ironing boards. And they could fold it out and then they could iron their clothes. What's this even over here? There's so many knickknacks. This was another storage part of them. Even some Christmas decoration over here inside. Christmas decoration. Things to decorate. Even still food is in here, guys. This was probably the food storage. We got peaches over here. There are ants walking everywhere on the food. Look at all the cereal that has fallen out of this box. My gosh. The Fruity Loop Kellogg's smoothie. Fruity Loop cereal. Baking soda over there. Rice. Those are probably cooking magazines and books. So we can already go upstairs over here like I said, but we're gonna do that later. There is firstly one other little corner over there to check out. By the way, in case you're wondering, the oranges are fake. This is fake fruit. Also look at the laces right over here with the curtains. Still many of the original features are here. Well, we got another corner over here. Another staircase as well, and another door leading to the outside. So many different ways you could go when you lived there. Wonder if those people never even got lost in their own property. This is another door leading to the outside. Ah, this is the pool bar that we've seen earlier. That's so cool. can still see the fridge over there. The sign over here saying we are in the pool. Even a pumpkin head for some Halloween decoration. This was probably a television, like a monitor and a computer for the sound system. So they could listen to some nice music in the summer. They would have good vibes in this place, I'm pretty sure. But eventually one day there became an end to that. It was over. This door is locked. And that's the door that we previously saw in the garage, because if we go through here, we got the huge garage again. But we've already seen that in detail. So guys, whereas I thought we had seen everything in this place, I just stumbled upon this staircase over here. I just had a peek upstairs and it's actually a completely different part. At first glance you would think that this part is just connected to the rest of the upstairs, but we come in an entirely different area. And I think it was once used for guests, like their little guest house or something. Because there is also a bathroom right over here. Private bathroom. There are still some sofas, a huge television over there. I think at some point in the past there also used to be a bed over here where the guests could stay. I actually cannot believe the size of this mansion, especially for European terms. Could you imagine living in such a big place like this? I really couldn't. But anyway, let's see if there is anything interesting left behind between all the discarded rubbish over here on the floor. Because sometimes when you look into detail inside this mess, you tend to find really beautiful items or some really neat memories. There are even some more fake fruits over there, some lemons. Oh, look at this. We got some more pictures of the family that once lived there. I haven't told you the name, by the way, yet of the politician, but her name was Tina. This could have been Mrs. Tina, together with her daughter. Probably their child or grandchild. Oh, look over here. A family picture, maybe? Or maybe that was her daughter with the husband of the daughter, or the other way. Wow. Some beautiful pictures of a happy family. Now let's see, there's even more over here. There's nothing inside this anymore. University in July 2010. I think this was definitely her daughter. And she was really proud of her. She graduated from university. Intelligent lady. She did a good job in life. Now I'm really curious because her daughter is probably still alive. Maybe even Mrs. Tina as well. It's such a shame that they cannot come back to the property, but... Wow, look at this. Looks a little bit like the French fleur-de-lis. Like the shape of this. For the rest, looks like we mostly got some real garbage. Some dolls and things scattered around. The huge television, as I mentioned. There are still parts of a fake Christmas tree over here, so we got some more Christmas decoration and lights that they used to store up here. Looks like they even have more storage over here. Yep, even more Christmas tree. What I notice is that people over here in the United States really richly decorate their homes for Christmas, and that's so amazing. It really gives you a warm feeling of the holiday season that has started. And in Europe, people also decorate their homes, but not as richly and extensively as the Americans do. It's really, for me, it's really unusual to see that, and I really like it. You can tell these people probably also used to decorate their home very richly, as they have many Christmas decoration. Oh wow. Now finally look over here. Against the wall we have a beautiful old portrait standing of this boy. Maybe this was Mrs. Tina's husband in his younger days, when he was painted or something. Beautiful old painting. And then I think we saw everything in what I assume used to be the guest house part. So let's go down again. So it's about time we're back at the main entrance, the main hallway. And we go and walk up those truly elegant stairs over here with the golden foliage on the banister on the side. Beautiful two spiral staircases going upstairs to the center point over here. We even got heaters over here on the stairs itself. And this is the roof window I was talking about. And even this over here has a golden foliage. It's starting to rain very hard outside in the meanwhile. Luckily, we are indoors. Wow, look at the view from above. What a unreal property we're exploring right now. I cannot even imagine having so much wealth. I really wouldn't know what to do with it. Definitely not buying such an expensive property like this, because I'm not really a materialistic type of person. I would rather spend the $3.2 million on traveling. Still got the pillar standing over here. There was probably at some point standing a vase or maybe even a bust standing on top of that wooden column over here. Well, you can tell the trash here and there. Apparently they're also freaking spiders. Well, we've seen them more than enough times in these buildings, so we are not really scared for them anymore. They used to have a hamster. I think the children used to have a hamster. This room is entirely ransacked, just by people that were searching for valuables, sadly enough. All the clothes are thrown around, shoes and everything. Dolls. Once loved by a child, and right now it's just left to rot over here. It's all so sad. The tiny bathroom over here. Oh, I actually really love the lamps over there on top. So much trash over here. Can't believe it. Well, finally, got even more clothes over here in this corner. I'm just walking over the clothes right now. And then right underneath the roof over here, even had some more storage to, yes indeed, store some clothes they couldn't get rid of in other parts. Over here is even a thing called a closet organizer. That's probably this thing over here where it's all hanging on. They possess so many items. In the end, did it make them happier? I think by seeing this mansion I can say no. Eventually, they're definitely not a happier person. From a medical point of view, I just found this on the ground. The 4 quadrants and some anatomy from the peritoneal cavity. So I think one of the children was probably studying this in school. like high school where they had biology, or maybe one of them was even studying to become a doctor. It's pretty nice seeing this bag again. I'm really looking forward as well to resume my medical studies next year, September 2022. Currently I'm filming this in December 2021. Probably by the time you're seeing this, I'm close to or already starting my medical studies again. And then my 2 years of exploring the entire world are over. But still you will be entertained with videos every week, since I filmed a huge backlog right now in my 2 gap years before I'm continuing my master's degree to also become a doctor. So as you probably know, there is one thing I really do not like about exploring, and that's if I have to rush. But in this case, I have to a little bit because it's slowly getting dark outside, and I would just love to show you this home's features with all the last daylight we have today. It's winter season, so it's getting dark so early. This must have been another bedroom. I gotta stand over here on the balcony for a bit. Oh wow. There's just a highway over there. This is the huge drive lane over here in the front. And we got the roof of the mansion. Just imagining everything you see right over there, even the lake over there. All this ground belonged to this property. It's unbelievable. Just so you know, I always close everything again to prevent rainwater and other things from coming in that might damage the property and progress the state of decay even more quick. Every bedroom had their own private bathroom. It's unbelievable. And fairly big ones as well. And of course, a walk-in wardrobe over here. Oh, this is also a huge one, by the way. It's continuing over here. The way of building is so unique. All the shapes of the ceilings. Right over here we got another corridor. This is one of the balcony parts that I've just shown. Even look the way this has been built. One hole, there's a space in between it, and another hole. And the columns are just continuing right up here. All these clothes are dumped around again. One big junkyard of clothes. Such a pity to leave it all just to waste like that. And finally, we can go downstairs again. And we, believe it or not, explored this entire millionaire's mansion as a whole. So it's time to leave this luxurious multi-million-dollar estate behind for what it is. I cannot believe having so much wealth by tax evasion to eventually leave a property majestic like this left behind. Meanwhile, it's such an unbelievable sight. It's raining, there are birds flying above me everywhere. That's unreal. I'm really happy that I got to see this place. It's raining pretty hard, so I'm gonna keep it short. If you enjoyed this video, you know the drill. Please do not forget to smash the thumbs up button for this unbelievable property here in the USA. Also, feel free to leave your comment down below in the comment section. I would love to hear your opinion on some topics I discussed in this video about being rich, being wealthy. Just your opinion, like what do you think about the story and what are your thoughts on this topic? And also, of course, if you want to see more videos just like this one, subscribe to the channel right down below, it's for free. Also, Feel free to support us in any kind of way by checking out our PayPal or our Patreon page right down below in the video description. I said I was going to keep it short. I'm very bad at that. So yeah, without further ado, thanks a lot for watching. I wish everybody a wonderful week. Peace out, and we will see you on the next adventure. Bye bye.